오늘은 4월 8일이고요. 월요일입니다. 또 새로운 주가 시작됐어요. 새로운 주가 시작된데 아침부터 날씨가 너무너무 이렇게 우연히 뿌옇다 그러나? 그래요. 그리고 구름이 너무 심하고 오늘도 아이들 축구 연습이 있는데 날씨가 오후 들어서 비가 올까봐 걱정이에요. 오후에 비가 오면은 연습을 하지 못합니다. 뭐 이런 거가 오거든요. 근데 더 걱정인 거는 이제 비가 안 오고 흐릿흐릿한 날씨 중에 제가 바깥에 나갔을 때 다시 비가 오게 되는 그런 거가 조금 더 걱정이긴 해요. 어제 사만다 세이브 더 데이라는 책의 챕터 1 읽었고요. 오늘 챕터 2 The 스케이트 이거 뭐라고 읽어야 되는 거지? 스케치북. 예, 스케치북인데요. T가 스케치북. 아주 짧게 나네요. 챕터 2, 스케치북. The sketchbook. A dear gray sky hung over the girls the next morning. During breakfast it started to rain. The rain fell hard and heavy, swapping in sheet across the lake. Rebounding down the window weapon. By mid-morning, the ground looked like soppy chocolate pounding. 왜 그러는지 모르겠는데 그만해. 왜 아침부터 싸우고는 이렇게 분노를 하고 있어. 일로와. Agnes moaned. How can it rain so hard? The sky was perfectly clear last night. The weather can change very quickly here on this mountain lake, said the admiral. Sunny one minute, rainy the next. He peered out the window. We are in for it today. 왜? 꼬리 보여 너. 꼬리 보여. 아니야. 그 안에 들어가지 말고. This is really the most time to batten down the hatches. Found weather ahead. The three girls just looked at him with faces mopey as a moose over the mantel. It's only done absolutely everything there is to do, complained Samantha. It was true. They had helped Mrs. Hopkins make bread. They had been shooed out of thick in by a maid who wanted to dust. 너 정말 귀찮게 해. 알았어, 거기 앉아. 청객이 또 들어왔어요. 이렇게 보이시나요? 여기 우리 집 청객, 불청객? 야, 불청객. 듣기는 하는 거니? 네. 집에서 빵이나 구워야 되는 날씨였나봐요. 너무너무 비가 많이 와서. They had watched it. The boatman picks the big red can, can in the boathouse. He had pressed every white flower they'd gathered the day before. 아파 작업하나 봐요. Agda had finished embroidering the tiny pillow she'd stuffed with pine needles from the evergreen tree. Samantha had rearranged all the postcards in her album. Agnes had looked on jigsaw puzzle for hours. The three girls had run out of indoor things to do. Well, said the Admiral surely, since we can't go fishing, we might as well play old maid. What? What? 이거 잘 모르겠어요. EH에 what 있는 거가. what. And so until lunchtime, the girls and the Admiral played game after game of Old Maid. The Admiral lost every game, mostly because he was so nice. I say, Samantha, it exclaimed, I've just picked up the old maid, so everyone always knew when he had it in his hand. After lunch, the grown-ups all took nap. How can they be tired when they haven't done anything all day? Agda wandered out road. She plunked herself down on the bearskin rug in front of the fire. I'm bored, complained Agnes. I wish we could go outside. I have an idea, said Samantha. Let's set up our easel and paint on the porch. That way we can be outdoor and not get wet. Good idea, said Agda. I'm going to paint a picture of you, Samantha. It was a little windy on the porch and rather damp, but it felt good to get out of the house. The three artists got out their wooden boxes filled with the tubes of paint and happily and quickly for a while. Then Agda looked over at Agnes's easel. Jeepers, Agnes, she said, that's an awful big rabbit you are painting. It's not rabbit. 그렇게 멋지다 했는데 그거 토끼 아니래. said Agnes. It's a sailboat. sailboat라고? Oh, said Agda. How come it has 기는 뭐야 이런 거지. Those aren't ears, said Agnes closely. That's supposed to be a flag, she sighed. I have a little trouble making the paint go where I want it to go. I know what you mean, said Amanda. This house I'm painting looks as if a giant had stepped on it and squished it. The girls giggled. Maybe there's something wrong with this paintbrushy, said Agda. She looked at the bristles of her brushy. Maybe they are worn out. Grandmary told me there are more brushes in the attic, said Amanda. Let's go look for them. Amanda read the way up the wide stair to the second floor. They tiptoed past Grandmary's door so they wouldn't disturb her nap and climbed the narrow stair to the attic. The attic was long and dark. It smelled of dried flowers and dust. It's spooky up here, whispered Agnes, and it was just a little. In the corner there were old chair covered with a sheet so they looked like lumpy ghosts. Outside, the wind swished through the treetops. treetops. The rain had calmed, calmed, calmed down to a steady, sucking shower. Some did unhurried, as it is, as if it would stay forever. The light from the window was so murky. The girl wouldn't tell what time of day it was, or even what season. Oh, look! Cli- cried Agda. All the hats, boxes, and boxes of them. The girls threw off the dusty reeds and lifted the hat out of tissue paper. The hats were very old-fashioned and frilly. They had big fluffy frames and white satin, white satin ribbons. Agnes found one with a whole bird on top, and Samantha found one with enormous pink bow. They put the hat on and paraded in front of a greenish mirror. They sent back a wavery imagery. They pound gloves in the other box and beads, handbags, and shoes. In one box, they found a stiff corset. Spanish, old riding boots. Samantha found a box of photo albums and scrapbooks. The leather books were shut past with brass clasp. Their gold-edged face looked as if no one had turned them in a long time. Amanda sat on the floor and opened one of the heavy books. The pictures were brown and yellow and a little faded. Everyone looked very stiff and solemn. "What is that?" asked um, Agda. She sat down next to Samantha. "It's one of Grandmary's old photographs album," answered Samantha. "Jiminy, here is a picture of Uncle Grant when he was little. Look at these long curls. He's as roly-poly as the teddy bear," laughed Agda. "There he is with a fishy he caught. That was taken right here on the dock at Penny 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 Point," said Agnes. She was looking over Amanda's shoulder. "The fish is as big as he is." The girl fell into a pit of giggled and sneezed from the dust. "It is that you, Samantha?" asked Agnes, pointing to dark hair girls in one of the old pictures. "No," said Samantha. "That must be my mother when she was a girl. See, it's rabbit, ravel, wavel, uh, Dia." She stared hard at the face that smiled at her from the picture. "She looks just like you," said Agda. "Her smile is the same as yours. Do you miss her and your father just awfully?" asked Agnes. "I miss them, but I don't really remember them very much," said Samantha. "They died when I was only 5. She sighed. "I wish I could remember more about them and the things they did together, but I really can't." Agda turned to the last photograph in the books. "Here's your mother again, and with Grandmary. And that man must be your grandfather. Look at Gerd tending to steer the boat." All three girls smiled as Uncle got. "These pictures are funny," said Agnes. "I wonder why Grandmary kept them hidden away up here. Maybe they make her sad," said Amanda. "Maybe they make her miss my mother and grandpa too much." Said put the big book bag in the box and pulled out a smaller maroon one. On the cover, it said my sketchbook inside. On the first page, someone had written happy memories, memorize of Teardrop Island, and below that, sketchy and watercolor by Lydia. What's this book? Asked Agda. She calls brushed Amanda's cheek as she runs forward to work. Amanda turned the page slowly. It looks like something my mother made, she said. It's sketchy and watercolor of Teardrop Island. She was a really good artist, said Agnes. The girls were quiet as they looked through, through, looked through, though, looked through, looked through the book. There were tiny, perfect drawings of birds and squirrels, trees and butterflies. There were longer watercolor painting too. The color was were soft and shimmery, as if they came through the mist of the rainbow. Near the middle of the book, there was a picture that showed a little bear rat girl standing in the shallow pool of water. She was holding on to a man's hand and smiling. Behind them, and behind them was a tangle of wild roses and a beautiful waterfall tumbling down over mossy rocks. The sunlight uh, poured, 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 poured through the tree, and its greenish light made the scan look like a fairyland. At the bottom of the picture it said, Samantha at the waterfall, 1897. Oh, that's you! Glad Blade, praised some Ag- praised Agnes with your father. Look at the waterfall, said Agda. Isn't it beautiful? I don't know, said Samantha. She shook her head. I don't remember anything about it. I didn't even know I'd ever been to Tearful Iceland. But look, said Agnes, the whole rest of the book is filled with picture of you and your parents on Teardrop, Teardrop Iceland. You are having picnic and picking flowers. She flipped through the page. It seems like it was your favorite place. It looks like your parents took you there lots of times. Mm. Amanda stared and stared at the drawings. She had always thought Teardrop Island was a dark, sad place, but in her mother's drawings, it was lovely and full of light. Theatre of Iceland didn't look like a place to be afraid of or a place to hate it at all. Amanda turned back to the painting of the waterfall. She could almost smell the rose and feel the slippery mossy stone under her feet. My parents and I were together there, she thought, and we looked so happy. Suddenly she said, let's go there, let's go to Teardrop Iceland. Agnes and Agda looked up at her. But I thought you didn't want to go there ever, said Agda. Well, I didn't know it was so beautiful, said Samantha. And I didn't know I used to go there with my mother and father. I forgot. Maybe if I go back, I will remember. I will remember what it was like. And what my parents were like, and being together. He smoothed the hazy under her hand. I just have to go there. Do you want to come with me? Of course, said both twins. We'll go tomorrow, said Samantha. So we will have all day. We'd better not tell anyone. All right, said Agnes. Look, said Agda, it's stopped raining. Let's go out and splash in the paddles. Samantha followed the twin out of the shade, sh- shadow, shadowy attic, down the stairs, and into the bright, warm sunshine. She carried the sketchbook carefully in both hands. Now that, that she had found it, she never wanted to let it go. Okay. 챕터 2까지 읽었고요. 혹시 기회가 되면 또 다녀와서 한 챕터 더 읽어볼 예정이에요. 보통 한 10페이지가 조금 넘는데요. 몇 장이지? 8장 정도 되네요. 그리고 글이 너무 많은 건 아니고 애들 책이라서 이렇게 우리나라 동화로 해도 사실 한 10분이면은 읽을 수 있어야 되는데 여전히 안 됩니다. 저기 청객이 이렇게 오늘도 옆에 와 있어요. 응? 열심히 뛰어다니다가 여기 왔어요. 루피 좋아? 루피 좋아요. 좋아요. 밀떡 같아요. 이렇게 말짱. 못지. 시간이 어느새 8시 31분이에요. 슬슬 가서 회수하고 갈아입고 학교를 갈 것 같으면은 지금쯤 움직여야겠네요. 맞아. 조금 일찍 움직여서 저번 주에 했던 것들을 좀 보는 게 중요할 것 같은데 제가 저번 주에 이틀을 못 갔잖아요. 수요일 날도 목요일 날도 일이 있어서 일이 있다기보다는 좀 몸살이 났었죠. 수요일 날은 작은 아이가 아팠고 목요일 날은 제가 다른 일들을 좀 처리하는 게 중요했어가지고 못 갔었는데 이번 주에는 잘 완주하고 열심히 할 수 있도록 노력해봐야죠. 네. 옷이 좀 바뀌었죠? 날씨가 구름이 있긴 하지만 날씨가 이제 여름 날씨가 되어 갑니다. 그래서 아마 지금 보이는 이런 디자인의 옷이 거의 교복처럼 또 등장할 예정입니다. 아니면은 이것보다 더 편한 홈드레스를 입을 가능성이 큽니다. 조지아의 날씨 이렇게 스트리밍하다 보면은 계속 하루하루 기록이 남을 것 같네요. 그래도 한국에 황사가 왔다고 뉴스에 어마어마하게 많이 나왔는데 미세먼지에 황사까지 더해져가지고 숨쉬기가 힘들 것 같아요. 거기 남아있는 가족들이 또 다들 알러지가 심각해서 저희도 이제 알러지가 심한 편이긴 한데 여긴 그래도 꽃가루에 대한 어떤 대비만 하면 되고 그리고 이제 알러지 약이 워낙에 잘 나와서 잘 듣는 편이기도 하고 그래서 다행인데 걱정입니다. 오늘도 열심히 하루를 지내고 아마 3시가 넘어서 집에 들어오게 될 것 같아요. 그 시간쯤 되면 이렇게 너무 지치는데 3시 넘어서 들어와서 또 잠깐 있다가 금세 또 옷 갈아입고 나가야 돼서 걱정입니다. 나중에 또 저녁 때 혹시 제가 시간이 된다거나 혹은 체력이 된다면은 조금 남길게요. 녹화 남길게요. 근데 이게 오전 중에 이렇게 녹화 남기는 게 아시죠? 저녁 때는 체력이 안 돼서. 그러면은 안녕히 계세요.